Alright, I think this video is necessary for a decent number of people, especially when you are embarking on learning a new skill or taking that first step towards some positive transformation. New Year's resolution type of stuff. Now we know that a vast majority of New Year's resolution doesn't come into fruition. Even when it is a simple thing like, I'm going to jog twice a week to improve my health. 3 weeks later, you stop. Now let's think about something a bit harder. I want to learn a new language. I'm gonna spend an hour a day on it. 99% of people doesn't last 2 weeks unless there's some significant external pressure. Learning to draw is like one of those things, but more fun, especially with me designing the journey. But what is the common surface level motivation for people to even start wanting to improve? Here we have two types of motivations. One is fleeting, brittle, weak. I don't even call it a true motivation. It doesn't drive consistency and persistency. It doesn't inspire perseverance. It's more like a spur of the moment emotion rather than a true motivation. We all experience this. You watch some action movie and it's like, oh my god, it's amazing, I'm going to get into shape. You watch a motivational video or speech and for a brief minute or so, you're like, yes, I'm going to do this and do that. And it rarely works out because you just don't take action. Same thing with New Year's Eve. The energy around you, the people with their New Year's resolution, and you are like, yes, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Those rarely changes people because they are like a temporary high that's coming from outside of you. Some people can take that and sustain it. Most do not. I didn't say they cannot. I said they do not. So New Year's Eve passes by, the world turns a little more gray, everyone goes about their own business, and you are only answerable to yourself now. And our brain are designed to minimize hard work. What is your motivation then that you use to push towards your goal? If the only thing you had was that temporary high, of course you're not going to follow through with anything. Anyone can feel that temporary boost of motivation when the external stimulus is there. You just saw an inspiring movie, you just heard an inspiring story, and you are wide awake and your body feels great, so you want to take action right then and there. Now keep in mind, the motivation you have during those moments, not without their value, means very little, and they are by definition mediocre and average because anyone feels amped up at that moment. True motivation can be ignited by a motivational moment, a temporary high, but it is not sustained by it. When it's 5 o'clock in the morning and you are tired and no one else cares about what you do, at that moment, if you still decide to do what you are set out to do and go for that run, that's what matters. When you are tired from work and you're like, I just want to rest, I don't want to spend an hour practicing toward whatever goal you are going to do, at that moment when you go, well, I'm going to do it anyway, that's what matters. So next time, when you decide to improve yourself in some way, don't make a promise to yourself that you can't keep. The decisions and actions you take at a high state alone is not nearly enough at all. If you continuously and persistently make the same decision and action at your lowest point, as well as at your highest point and everything in between, now we're getting somewhere. Now we have real perseverance. And when you have that, positive result will be certain. You're going to get the health and fitness that you desire. You are going to get this new skill that you want. Your self-confidence is going to go up. But it needs you to take action toward whatever at your lowest point. When you don't have the motivational high, when you are tired and no one cares if you do or don't, and your brain gives you 100 excuses like, one day off is not a big deal. A great trick by the mind, by the way, because when tomorrow comes, it's going to be the same similar situation, right? With the same thought process leading you to not take action again with a similar excuse. So really, it is now or never. So at your low point, you must take action anyway. For the same reason, the next day, even if you are still at the low point, your thought process leads you to take action again. And you do this not once, but day after day, week after week, month after month. The good news is, neural pathways change and it can become a habit, and you are now on this golden circle where you are doing the right thing and there is no discomfort. Otherwise, nothing is going to change for the better. And for most people, it doesn't, except for next New Year's Eve, where they get that motivational high for 2 days.